All right, so my man Savas has sent me this. Savas is everybody's favorite Greek. You got to love my man Savas. Kicks ass out there. He actually doesn't live in Greece anymore, but he's a native of the great country of Greece. Man, he sent me this. But every time I start doing a video, Pablo says, I want to... There we go. There, look, there you are. Hey! Everybody wants... Oh, yeah, my breath stinks. I got coffee breath. My name is Pablo. He is getting... You don't even eat that much. How are you getting so fat, buddy? He doesn't eat... Oh, my goodness. Oh, everybody loves you. You are such a knucklehead. Yes, you are. All right. There's Finney out there. All right. Finney's a hound, so he's on the hound. Apologist. All right, so Zavas sent this from Robert Powell. And Robert Powell's I don't know him personally, but I've read him for a long time, and good stuff. Pretty, common material he writes, but all right, now Finney wants to come in. Hold on, all right, let's go get Finnegan. I'm going to share with you my day. All right, because Finney can't open that door. There he is. Hello, Finnegan, even though he used to be able to just, that big old head, just bust open the door, but he doesn't do it anymore now. Now he's like, I need someone else to do it for me. I don't know why, because he used to just kind of, boom, like, a freaking fullback. All right, should you claim Social Security early? I got to make this a little bit bigger. Hold on a second. Will that work on Apple? I'm not sure. Oh, there you go, sweet. Hey. All right, cool. Should you claim Social Security early to pay for living expenses and hold off withdrawing money from your retirement accounts? Or should you wait? All right, let's see what Robert says. Why waiting a few years is obvious for maximizing your Social Security. All right. But what if you decide to delay claiming Social Security, take money from your other accounts, and then say the value of your retirement investments drop, and then the cost of everything soars? What if you decide you decide to delay? Okay. Sound familiar? It should, because those plunges are exactly what's happening today. So these are the questions J.P. Morgan aimed to answer in a recent study, and here's what it discovered. You should plan for longer life expectancy. I cannot stress how huge of an issue I have with this. This boggles my mind, man. All right. Average life expectancy, even with the recent decline, has increased dramatically since 1990. Really? Has it really increased dramatically? So let's take a gander. All right. But should be reviewed as a midpoint, not an end point. All right. Given that you may need to plan on the probability of living much longer, perhaps 35 years of retirement, especially if you're a non-smoker in excellent health. I mean, all right, so here's from the CDC's own data set, which is kind of interesting because they have a couple numbers that are different from their other data sets from the National Vital Statistics, which I was looking at earlier, which I'll show with you if I got it up here someplace. Every year, the CDC runs this thing called the National Vital Statistics U.S. Life Tables, all right? So we're just going to look at 2010. We're going to all races because we don't discriminate here. In 2010, it was 19.1 was the life expectancy for someone who hit 65. All right, that's in 2010. You know what it is now in 2020? It's 18.5, excuse me. In 2020, it's 18.5, which is, in 2004 is 18.7. Now, you could attribute that to COVID. Okay. In 2017, it was 19.4. So you can see not a significant increase. From 2004 is 18.7. In 2017 it was 19.4. And in 2020 is actually lower than what it was in 2004. You can say, make an argument all day long. Well, that's what's the word I'm looking for? A black swan kind of thing. But okay, but it is what it is, man. I mean, that's just a fact. So in 2004 is 18.7. In 2020 is 18.5. In 2007, and we even go to 2018, is 19.5. That's not a huge increase in life expectancy. All right. So again, that's 19.1 according to CDC. Now let's go back to this other chart, which is right here. In 2010, it was 19.1. But they had other, oh wait, yes, make sure that's 65. That right there is 65. But they had other times too, like they have 2004, 18.4, and their other chart showed 18.7. So why is that different? I don't know. Weird. I'm not saying anything nefarious. We both have 19.3 from their other. I've just literally got the information from their own National Vital Survey. In 2018, oh, we don't go to 2018. In 2006, I'm showing 18.5. They're showing 18.7. So it's off. It's just weird, man. That's the government stuff. Anyway, so has it really increased dramatically since 1990? In 1990, it was 17.2 was the life expectancy for a guy or somebody at 65, a man or a woman. You fast forward to 2018, it's 19.5. All right, I mean that's over the course of 30 years, it's increased by 2.3 years. I mean, that just doesn't seem that much. Now you can do a percentage. Let me actually go get my calculator. Hold on a second. Pause it real quick. 1990 was 17.2. All right, so we go 17.2 is our present value, zero payment. 2020 is 18.5. That's our future value, and we got 30 years there. Oops, 30 years. That's a 0.24% increase each year. 0.24%. That's not a quarter of a year. That's 0.24% increase each year. All right, that's not a dramatic increase. All right, let's just say then in 2018 it was 19.5, and that was 28 years. That's 0.44. That's it, man. 0.44% increase each year. All right, I mean, that's not a dramatic increase. I mean, literally, if we had we'll just say 0.35. We'll split the difference. So let's say we have a 0.35% increase each year. Let's see what it says. And what are we at now? What do we say? 19.5. We'll just say is our present value. And we're going to have 0.35 as our interest rate. 20 years from now, zero payment. Our future value would be 20.9. So in 20 years' time, a 65-year-old at the current rate of increase, which is even significantly higher than what it is given the last 2 years, your life expectancy would be we'll just say 21 years, where in 1990 it was 17. So over the course of 50 years, your life expectancy for a 65-year-old would have increased by 5 years. Wow. I mean, that really is dramatic. The point being is it's not dramatic, not in the least. It's silly to say it is. In good times or bad times, it's not dramatic. And it's not going to get any better, man. It's just not. So what's happening here is we have the two issues that we need to address is how long you're going to live and what your expenses are. Once we can figure that out with a good manner, like what's the likelihood of you really living 35 years in retirement? If you're using that as a number, I don't know what to tell you, man. All right, then look at your investment performance. The lower your expected total investment return, which is typical as investors get older, though, and the longer your life expectancy, the more it pays to wait to take Social Security. 100% agree. Consider inflation. Withdrawing assets in a weaker market early in retirement can ravage a portfolio. Yep. If you retired at 65 in 1966 with $1 million portfolio of 40-60 stocks and bonds, then withdrew 5.2% of the initial portfolio value and increased your withdrawal by 3%, the average rate of inflation, your portfolio would have been worth zero by the time you were 90. Okay. I mean, who's actually increasing their portfolio withdrawals by 3%? Where's the evidence of that? No, there isn't any evidence of that. Literally, there's no evidence. I mean, there's tiny bits of evidence that's so small and has been dwarfed so many times, it's not It's just not worth it. And this is like in Italy. There's a study in Italy that's I'm okay, but that's offset by other studies in Europe and Italy. It's so silly that we're even still talking like this. It's nuts. But even after the case, so you got no money, but you're 90 years old. The likelihood of you live until 90 isn't high, and you ran out of money. I mean, you didn't run out of money because you still got Social Security. All right, if that's the worst case scenario, that's not a bad deal. When could your Social Security run out? Huh? A person who claims Social Security at 62 would have run out of money at age 90. A person who claims Social Security at full retirement age would have run out of money at 97. And a person who claimed, historic inflation. Okay, they're using initial spending rate adjusted for inflation. Okay, well, that's silly. All right. Anyway, that's the bottom line advice. We don't say take Social Security early. We don't say take it late. We say make an informed decision so you understand the ramifications of your choice. Well, it sounds like you're saying take it late. And I got no qualm with that, man. I mean, I still plan on taking Social Security later because I am married to a younger wife. But the idea of I'm going to take it later simply because my life expectancy is growing at this exponential rate, there's no evidence of that. I just let you in, buddy. I just let you in. Now he's trying to get back outside. All right. Love your thoughts. We'll see ya.